Hey everyone, Tim the Collect Jurassic. We're here with something very special today, taking a break from the normal Mattel Jurassic to look at something really cool and really unique, and that is this retro revival Dimetrodon. This thing is incredible. I'm not going to tell you right off the bat where it's from because I want you to appreciate it for what it is. I mean, look at this thing. This thing is the real deal. Obviously, heavily inspired by the original Jurassic Park Dimetrodon from Kenner. One of my favorite figures. One of the figures I had growing up, one of the first ones I had from Jurassic. So I've always loved this thing. Loved its, sort of like mean-looking face with the yellow dots on the green frill. Just a classic figure for Jurassic. And then, of course, we have this new version that just looks incredible. And if you're thinking, wow, did Mattel come out with some like new and improved collector line like that's even better than Amber Collection with tons of detail that is really evoking the Kenner stuff? I wish, but no, this was actually done by Jurassic Justin, an individual who actually took it upon themselves to 3D sculpt, 3D print, paint, package up and sell these amazing custom figures. I mean, I feel like when I say the word custom, you're thinking like, oh, it's just like some like amateur thing, but this is the real deal. I cannot wait to get this thing out of the box because of course we're going to be unboxing it. It already looks amazing in the window, but I gotta get it out. But look at this packaging that it comes in. Again, this is all from an individual, Jurassic Justin. He's on Instagram. I'll definitely link his profile down below. But open an Etsy shop, sold these things. They sold out, I think, within a couple hours, of course. They're amazing. Retro Revival is the name of the line. It's kind of skirting what is Jurassic Park and what isn't. We obviously can't put Jurassic on the branding here because that would be copyright infringement, but the workaround is brilliant. I mean, this packaging is incredible. I love the little fossil motif it has around it. Even has the Dimetrodon skeleton. And Retro Revival, that's the name of the line. This is supposed to be the first of at least a few more figures. I know there's another one planned, which we can talk about towards the end here, but so you got that Retro Revival branding. You got Jurassic Justin's logo up there. I love this stonework. I mean, the box is cool because it's not even a box. It's like this cool shape. It's got the Dimetrodon poster on this side. Coming summer 1993. May not be suitable for young children. I love it. We also have a little breakdown of the park stuff up here with river adventure, aviary, restrooms, all that fun stuff with this cool stone texture. So I like this. This is like a little place where a human character could kind of get an idea of what they're going to see in the park. We also just have a danger, caution stripes too. Pretty cool. Got the little loading lights too, like the movie for the gatekeeper. Nice details there. And then on the back here, oh, cool. On the back, we actually have a list of all these dinosaurs. I'm wondering if that's what's planned. So here we go. Retro Revival Series 1. Looks like there's even room for Series 2. We have a Dimetrodon card here that I'm going to be able to get out once I open the box. We got a QR code you can scan probably to go to his Instagram. It says on the bottom, small parts, not intended for children, designed for adult collectors only, handle with care. Yeah, I'm not going to be banging this around with my other dinosaurs. This is definitely a collector's item. What's included, articulated figure, collector card, display box, and a sense of nostalgia. I love that. Sorry. Each Retro Revival figure is designed, 3D printed, painted, and assembled by Jurassic Justin, a.k.a. Justin Caldera. So, incredible job. I haven't even got the figure out, Justin. I'm already very impressed. I also love little details up here. These little windows to the outside, to the sunset outside. Little mesh windows. Cool. So we can see he's got big plans for this line. This is the first one, Dimetrodon. Dilophosaurus is in the works. If you go to his Instagram, you can see already sort of the modeling happening for that. Raptor, Colophysis, Pteranodon, Young T-Rex, Stegosaurus, Triceratops, T-Rex, Alpha Velociraptor, and Alpha Dilophosaurus. That's a lot. That's a lot. It's a lot to spend money on too, but I'm sure it's going to be incredible, and I'm sure I'm not going to be able to help myself. But let's stop talking about the box already and get the figure out and maybe do some comparisons with the old Kenner Dimetrodon. So the bottom here, it's numbered, and I think you can pull this thing out. I practiced a little bit before I was on camera just to make sure. Oh, yeah. So I already kind of loosened the thing up. So when you take it out of the box, it's got this nice little display tray, again, with that cool sunset back here. We also have the card inside, which oh yeah, cool. I was like, I don't want to take it out of here because I don't want to like ruin the presentation. But it looks like he made it so you can take the card out and the sleeve stays in, which is really slick. These are the things I hate doing on camera because I want to be careful, but I also don't want to make you guys wait for me to be careful. So give me like 2 seconds here, see if I can get this card out without breaking anything. Yeah, I don't know. Again, I don't want to... Oh, here it's coming. Thank you for being patient. Like I said, I want to be careful with this stuff, but I also don't want to make you guys wait. So here it is. It's actually a painting of the, like a digital painting of the Dimetrodon. Species profile, Access Retro Revival Series 1. Has all these specs on here too. Commonly mistaken for a dinosaur. Dimetrodon was an apex predator that existed 40 million years. Cool. Before the Mesozoic. That's really cool. I like that little callback that this actually isn't a dinosaur. I'm sure I'll call it a dinosaur a couple times in this review though. Brace yourselves. I also like failed quadrant QP JP01 Dimetrodon paddock. Lots of nice little details here. The little computer console, all that stuff. I mean, really, you know, Justin just packed in all these little tiny details into this. Such a, you know, such a labor of love, right? Definitely can see the passion for not just the Jurassic franchise, but presentation, toy building, all that fun stuff. So that's the outer carton. Here's the inner carton with the Dimetrodon. I'm going to gingerly hold this thing while I undo these ties. If this was just like a Mattel figure, I would rip through it. But, you know, this is a collector's item. Like he said, it's somewhat... It's definitely not for children. It's meant to be a adult collecting item, so, you know, it's probably, wouldn't say it's like brittle, but it's definitely, you know, more fragile than a Mattel figure that's meant to be thrown in a toy box and all that stuff. So just excuse me while I meticulously take all of these twisty ties out and get this figure. Yep, it's coming out. So I'm not gonna like cut anything like I normally do for review. So we should be able to just pop these plastic tabs up a little bit. Same with the feet. Yeah. The cardboard on this is pretty nice though, so you can, you know, be a little forceful with it. All right. There we go. I'm actually gonna go ahead and slide this back on for the sake of presentation because it does look so nice. Fits right back on there. And here it is, the Retro Revival Dimetrodon. Oh my gosh, this thing is so, the articulation is so smooth. Wow. Wow. I am already just so impressed. I mean, we barely just started. So first off, coloration. This thing is, you know, spitting image of the Jurassic Park Dimetrodon. If you hold it far away and blur a little bit, it even looks like it. But once you really get in close, you can really see all the insane detail. I mean, look at that face with the painting, you know, sort of roughly over the eye ridges. Just amazing stuff. The eyeballs are painted, the teeth are painted, the gums are painted, all this, like, you know, softer gradation through the body, all the way down through the tail. Really, really cool. But let's talk about the articulation. It looks like the neck has 3 points of articulation here. I think he said these are magnets, maybe, so... No, they're rubber bands. Sorry, they're rubber bands, but they're some sort of, like, durable kind. So you can do all this posing on the neck. It's got the base neck articulation that connects to the body, and then obviously another joint midway through. So it can really like look around, right? I mean, look at that. Certainly more than the Kenner figure ever could. It also has the jaw articulation. You saw when I got the figure out, its jaw was already fully open. Looks like the jaw articulates from the top and the bottom. Yeah. Trying to do this again, trying to handle this thing gently. Yeah, so you can just open the top jaw or you can just open the bottom jaw. It takes a little bit of finagling. Again, this is 3D printed, so it's not quite as, you know, mega tested as a Mattel figure where they open and close everything a million times to make sure it works. But that's the head articulation. I don't think you can close the mouth any more than that. Oh, the tongue is articulated. Look at that. The tongue is articulated. That is just insane. Oh my gosh, that is so cool. So yeah, tongue articulated. I probably keep it down like that. That's kind of more my style. It does look like the tongue's going to get in the way of the jaws closing. So Oh, wow. You can really get the jaws closed. There you go. Elsewhere articulation are the legs. They have tons of articulation, obviously, from the shoulder, but also they have like an elbow joint and they have a wrist joint. All that stuff. Perfectly engineered. I mean, incredible. It's so smooth. Oh, wow. So, yeah, I mean, look, you can put the paws down, put the paws up. He can give you the hand. I mean, the articulation on this is incredible. The back joint works the same. It's got this thing could lay down if you wanted it to. That's incredible. It almost looks like it has even another extra joint back here. Yeah, there's 2 joints in the ankle that let you do some more articulation. So I've never seen anything like this. I've handled a lot of toys in my day, but I've never seen articulation like this. It's incredible. Wow. I mean, I'm used to, collector figures having a lot of different joints. And it kind of taking away from the figure. But in this case, it does not take away from the figure at all. They're there, you can use them to pose, but they don't make the figure seem like he's all plastic hinges either. So really tight joints too. So now he's standing up, this belly off the ground too. I don't know if that's paleo accurate, but that's how I want it. You can see the toenails are all painted. All the claws are painted, which is awesome. Underbelly's got a nice light wash to it. Looks like there's like some, awesome. It's got like some belly acne. You got some little bit of bumps down there. That's kind of cool. The tail has so much articulation, I don't even think I can count it. So Mattel, if you're watching, you don't need a bendy tail. You just need to do whatever Justin's doing here. There's 1 joint, 2 joint, 3 joint, 4 joint, 5 joint, 6 joints in the tail alone. And so I can do like an S curve. I can do a big giant curve. And that of course goes up and down and all that stuff. Wow. That's cool. I mean, I'm getting excited about tail articulation here, but I mean, it's so cool how it interlocks and works so well. I'm going to kind of give him a little slight S. Feels a little more natural. Of course, that's kind of where the articulation ends. You're not going to have an articulated, sail. I mean, it is what it is. But, I mean, the articulation that we're getting here is just amazing. I am just blown away by this thing. Thoroughly blown away. Again, it's based on this Kenner Dimetrodon, which I do have one that I can go ahead and bring into the frame here. This was the original Kenner Dimetrodon, so you can see sort of just how faithful it is, but also how much of an improvement it is, right? I mean, look at this thing. Nostalgia is kind to this one, but look at it up close. It's not super pretty. It's got limited leg articulation, and that's it. It has an action feature that is the mouth opening, which probably barely works on this old guy. It's okay. Don't hurt yourself. Just shut your mouth. But yeah, this version is obviously just an improvement on that one in every way. Of course, all the detail, but the articulation, some of the style, the sail kind of has a little bit more of a movement to it, which I think is super cool. I also like, instead of just airbrushed yellow dots, they kind of have like this pattern that reminds me of something that, like a reptile, like a Gila monster or something like that would have. So, really, really cool. Love that. Yeah, man, this thing is just so cool. I'm just totally blown away by it. I literally can't believe that this is a thing that exists, and I wish that it was official, because it is just so major. I mean, it feels like it is official. It definitely does not feel like a cheap toy that someone put together. It looks like something that was built by a professional R&D team. So congratulations, Justin. You're an army of one, and this thing is absolutely gorgeous. Now let's do another comparison too, because I think this one is probably a little bit more what's the word? I don't know, blatant. This is the Mattel Dimetrodon that we got. So this would be the newer version of the Kenner Dimetrodon that we got. And you can see this thing. I've never liked this thing anyway. It's a very rare figure, so people get after it, but it is butt ugly. Looks like a Ghostbusters monster. Has very limited articulation. It almost has less detail than the old Kenner Dimetrodon. If we're being honest, it feels like it has less detail. And also it's got weird colors. Sorry, I'm really picking on this thing, but it's just not that great. And that's supposed to be the, you know, the new Dimetrodon that we got in, what was that, 2020. But here's Jurassic Justin over here showing that, oh, you can do a Jurassic Dimetrodon, and you can do it so right with this amazing piece. It literally just blows the Mattel figure out of the water. Granted, it's a little bit more expensive, but that's because he's making these things, you know, himself. But if we took this craftsmanship and this kind of dedication to style and dedication to articulation, and dedication to just quality overall, and made something like that with Mattel, people would really get after that. And I also think Justin's onto something with this, really tying into that classic Kenner Jurassic. I mean, it's incredible. It's an amazing piece, and I'm so happy I got it. I'm actually probably not even going to display it in the box because it looks so much cooler out of the box, at least for my money anyway. So, man, I could just sit here and gush over this thing for another 10 minutes, but I won't make everyone wait. I'll just show you the turnaround of this amazing thing one last time, with the sharp teeth, with the tongue, with all that articulation. I mean, you can just do so much cool stuff. I'll make this guy lay out a little bit more. It's just such a cool piece. I'm thoroughly impressed. So again, excellent job, Justin. This is one of my new favorite figures in the collection, because it is just so cool, and again, reminiscent of that very first figure I had, the Jurassic Park Dimetrodon. So had to have it. But I think that's all I got. Hope you enjoyed this review. I'm Tim with Collect Jurassic. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.